But he goes,
football.
He goes, watch this, and dude, he chucked the football, man. As far as a bomb, bro, hits him in the fucking head.
Oh, shit.
Wow. I don't know how he did it. You're aware. It just bounces off his head. He just turns around and smiles, grabs the football. Yeah. Throws it back. I was like, dude, you know what, dude? This is a cool-ass mofo, man. And you know what? We've been cool from that day.
So the real true story is that
that was there.
I knew these dudes were fucking me.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And I didn't know these motherfuckers. But I caught on quick that, of course, the girl I was trying to talk to at the time, I knew that, of course, they knew who she was.
Oh, yeah.
And they knew from the block and or the hood and shit. So I just knew that they knew her. So I was like, okay, they're fucking with me. They're teasing her by fucking with me. You know what I mean? But yeah, fucking happened and shit.
Yeah, but dude, he was so fucking cool.
You know, I didn't know what to do. No, it was because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because,
but you did everything that was so cool. Like, you threw the ball. Like,
think about it.
You would play hit the head.
Hey, think about it, though. Junior Dwayne was a big boy.
Yeah, he was. And so,
a big boy.
Yeah.
I was like, this crazy motherfucker. I was like, damn. And I didn't know. I was like thinking, okay, if
it was
I'm
all
going to
done
fight.
out of love, though, right?
I was like, in my head, I was thinking, if I'm going to fight, then fuck. I guess I'm just gonna have to take this ass whooping, and I was like scared to do it. But I figured, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw this football back, and then if they try to fucking
we just had respect for you after that.
Then,
after that, it was all love and respect.
And then I forgot what happened after that. But I forgot. I literally forgot what happened. But I still didn't meet you though. I don't think we talked that day.
No, but in my mind,
you just knew. We knew. That was my first.
That's a homie. That you were in my mind. You were already like a homie.
That's the first time basically we saw each other.
Yeah,
like the scene.
I don't even know how we met after that.
That's what's up.
I don't remember. I just remember you being my homie after that, but I don't remember where. I remember going to your house one day. When we met your dad.
You know all the. Well, this is what happened. Remember, Frank, when all this shit went down with the so-called homies.
No, I don't remember. I remember meeting you, but I don't remember. I think I went to your house, bro.
Yeah, but
we partied with Edwin and fucking bunch of us.
Remember.
Shout out to the homie.
This is how we really clicked up and hooked up. Now I don't want to mention no names, but some shady shit went down with some. So-called homies and shit, and basically, it was like you went through your shit, I went through my shit, and we kind of like started analyzing, or I started analyzing my friends and who the fuck is my real homies and who is not my fucking real homies.
Right.
Because I mean, because the shady shit that happened to me were people I thought were my homies. I'm gonna say one of them I reconciled with, but this is just many years later. We're grown adults and we grow up and we move on and shit. So, and thankful that we did reconcile because. But I think what I'm saying is that when we were going through that phase in our life,
like trying to find out who the real was, right?
It leaned me towards you and you towards me.
Yeah, you know why?
We had to realize who's my real motherfuckers. Yeah, who's my real motherfucker?
Exactly.
Who is my real motherfucker? That's
I remember going through that, man. Like I was 18.
Because I thought this motherfucker, I thought that. I mean, these shady motherfuckers, man. This is getting like. That's when you start realizing.
Because we grew up with so-called homeboys, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's a homie. But then you realize that everybody ain't the real.
Homies, it's like what is the homie code? What is a homie code?
There you go.
Don't fuck your homies over.
Yeah.
Or you don't disrespect your homies.
Yeah. That's true.
They got a girl, you don't fuck with their girl.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all good. Unless it's something that it's all good with the homies. I'm saying hood life.
It's that respect.
Hood life is a different life. But hominess is about your homie that's as do or die with you, won't fuck you over, got your back no matter what, won't go behind your back, won't talk shit, won't do no shady shit towards you. I mean, it's like you treat them like your fucking family, and that's the way you want. You want your fucking family, and everybody wants a family. Everyone wants a family. And most times, some people don't have a real blood family. They have their fucking homies.
Right.
And that's real true family. And to how I look at it, and I'm 45 now, and I realize homies it's blood. I mean, all sense that we're all the same because if we go back in the past of how man started, we're all part of each other. But I'm saying is like it doesn't take blood to be a real true motherfucking homie. It just you just have to be a fucking homie. Right. Like, and it takes effort to be a homie. And but the thing is, once you're a fucking homie, you'll see the love that grows inside of everybody.
Right. Because
that's the whole point. People don't know homie. The word fucking homie is a real love. It's a love word. It's
a real homie.
It's a word that you won't use unless it's out of love.
Right. Like a brother.
You won't say, "Hey, fuck you,
it's
homie."
Like your brother.
I mean, you might say "fuck you, homie," but like it sounds weird, right? Hey, fuck you, homie. Like fuck you, homie. Yeah, you're my homie, but fuck you. Like no, but you won't ever say. You probably say like "fuck you, motherfucker," or "fuck you, bitch," or "fuck you." Like, you only like say it like homie because homie is a real.
But I've heard that before.
So like for instance, that's my code.
Right.
Sorry.
But
that's
see,
my code.
I can tell you this too. I mean, I've known JJ for shit. Now, how old are you now? It's 30 years almost, right?
You said
30 years
7th grade, bro.
Yeah. So if think about that, man, I can tell you one thing about this person. He's never done not a single freaking thing to disrespect me, to fuck me over. He's never punched me below the waist, metaphorically. Or
I might slap you in the ass, but
but
that's homie love right there. You know, that football tap, a little football tap. Way to go, big homie. Clack. Big one too, big old slap. I might grip it. I might grip it. That's homie love. I might grip it. I like to grip tight to my homies.
Crossing the line, homie. Crossing the line.
Just kidding.
You're usually from Fremont?
I was born in Hayward, raised my first years of my life raised in Union City. My first 5 years of my life, then kind of moved to Fremont.
I first moved to San Jose, dude. I would go to the club. I was hitting the clubs, right, and I would see this dude once in a while, and he had long hair like in a ponytail, and he looked older cat. Yeah. Dark, and he come in like a disco suit, man, like some 70s fucking quinceañera shit, bro, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, but he kind of reminded me of JJ a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, that's kind of guys, just because he's different, you know what I mean? He had long hair and JJ, but not like exactly. And then all of a sudden, man, this guy would just start dancing, bro, and just getting down. And then I was like,
he was dope.
And then all of a sudden, it all made sense.
Yeah,
you looked at his fit, you looked at you'd be like, oh, I get it now. Okay, so I was always telling JJ about this dude. Man, this dude kind of reminds me of you, Jay, but like not. But he does, and JJ kept telling me about this and I didn't know the dude's name. I would run into this dude, and he just started getting down. I'd be like, and I knew, I used to watch the dancers because of the raves. I wasn't a big dancer myself. I wasn't a dancer myself. And JJ, I knew, I used to look up to the stuff he was doing. So I seen, oh man, something about this dude, man. And JJ kept telling me about some dude that everybody would compare him to this dude named San Jose. You remind me of San Jose Spacewalker, right?
Yeah.
You remind me of San Jose
what's funny is that I was like, who's Spacewalker? How? But what's okay? Just continue. I'll tell my story after.
No, but I didn't know who this. I didn't know his name was Spacewalker, right?
Yeah.
And then one day, finally, right. And I'd seen that dude again, man. He was dancing like Michael Jackson. He's got like these Michael Jackson skits that he'll do, and people go crazy.
He has his glove.
He'll stop and he'll go to. He'll be at because I do a lot of the festivals, right? He'll stop in a festival and just start getting down.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, that's. I finally figured out one day.
Sick.
That sounds like Spacewalker, and then we're talking about the same dude. So whoever was telling him about JJ, but I didn't know his name, right? And they finally met. And then what happened that day, Jay?
Well, the jazz festival.
Was it the jazz festival?
No, what's crazy is that it's at the jazz festival.
Okay, San Jose's jazz festival, which I'll be at on the 10th, 11th.
What's crazy is that like I met at the jazz festival. What year was that?
Man, it's been quite a while now, maybe 8-9 years.
But the craziest thing is that I was later on in my life. Like I was already.
And later on in his.
I knew what was crazy is that I saw Spacewalker and R.I.P. Playboy Rob. Years ago.
Playboy Rob, he was a popper from San Jose, right?
Yeah, he's the founder of the Playboy Inc. Yeah, he's the founder of the Playboy Inc.
Word. That's right.
I don't know if I'm not saying that Spacewalker was part of his crew because I didn't know these guys like that.
Wasn't he solo?
But you know me, like I was in the dancing scene, but like I said, I never battled. But I used to go to see a lot of like battles here, and a lot of them San Jose because I lived in Fremont, Union City. So, but I'll go there. I see these guys. Technically, I didn't even know their names at first, but I did. And after a while, like that's Playboy Rob, and that's Spacewalker. But they're friends, and I don't know if they're the same crew, but they're friends. I think they're friends. But rest in peace, Playboy Rob. But he died many years ago.
It was bad. There's footage of him out there. Oh,
there's a guy named Money
like a true Chicano, like that style, right? That hard, like popper shit.
Well, there's a badass popper that took over the Playboy Inc. Money B. He's badass. I just know him through Facebook and stuff like that. I've been to one of those. They have this annual B-Boys Boogaloo. Actually, it's a Poppers Boogaloo barbecue up in Alameda. Check it out. Look it up. They have it like every year, once a year, and it's pretty dope. You know what I mean? They'll get a lot of badass b-boys, mainly poppers and lockers and boogaloo artists and all that shit. But yeah, this guy is holding it down for Playboys. Money B.
Can you explain to us, Jay? But
before, so let me get back to Spacewalker. So like I seen these guys rock, man. They're so dope. Like they're also the ones who inspired me to dance because they're repping the Bay Area, but they're repping like the South Bay, which sounds like South Bay style strut, which is fucking I love. It's like one of the cleanest, dopest style out there. I mean, there's people all over the world that are studying this, that are studying this style, and they're doing it up. But yeah, Spacewalker, all these guys, I love it because it's Bay Area, and we're representing the Bay Area, and it's like these guys are so dope.
It's also West Coast, right? It's West Coast too, right?
Yeah, all the Style Elements crew. You know what I mean? They're so dope. They're part of the same fam. Like Beats and Pieces. My boy Isaac is a badass b-boy. He's actually one of the main guys for the Golden State Breakers.
Okay,
and that's actually my wife's. It used to be my wife's. Trainer, or when she, because my wife was a B girl, or still does a thing, but not really.
Well, let's just talk about that for a split second. Cherie, what's the name of the group? Shout out to Cherie. Little Wing, Alita.
Right now the Beats and Pieces, but right now he's the Golden State Breakers, and they're doing that for Golden State Breakers. But before Beats and Pieces, there were another crew. It's on tip of my tongue. All Aspects crew. That's it. All Aspects crew. Word. And these guys are dope. My man John B. He's doing it up in Vegas with his wife Raquel, and he does that show. I posted up on my Facebook. Oh man, somebody. But he does this hip hop break dance and hip hop show, kind of like this, like a podcast, right. Up in Vegas.
Okay, so they have it there.
Damn, I wish I had. God,
yeah, and that's
I hate myself right now. John B, One Love, you're getting this. I'm totally mad that I forgot what is your podcast that you're doing, but it is so dope. Yeah, all these guys, like I always made sure that I kept up with all these legends, like all these badass motherfuckers that rep the Bay so hard. And, I don't know. To me, a lot of people know these guys, but maybe nobody knows these guys. And it's
right.
And I'm just proud and honored to mention these guys' names. Yeah. And if you guys don't know these guys, look them up. There's several of them. You know what I mean? So when I started when I started really getting serious was like in Modesto.
Right, because of the raves, right?
Yeah,
the raves just kind of woke you up.
But B-boys were coming out of the valley.
So who's your favorite B-boy?
So Ivan Mariquez.
So before the urban action figure,
right.
Is that what they call him now? He was this B-boy Ivan.
Hey, shout out to the Manriquez brothers, all of them out there.
Yeah, all
Hocus,
they from right there. Hocus,
George Manriquez. And
remember if they remember this, they DJ'd my 18th birthday party at my house.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
Let's not talk about that.
The Manriquez brothers.
Yeah, they're out of Modesto.
Yeah, they DJ'd my 18th birthday party.
Cool.
Ivan,
it was George. It was George.
I think Ivan was there.
George
I'm not
Manriquez.
sure.
It was a homie. I haven't seen that dude now.
George Manriquez, yeah, Hocus, yeah. So, but anyway,
I forgot about that.
When I was in Modesto, like I wanted to see what's up to the b-boy scene, and I used to go to all these spots like in series and like me and Frank used to go to these spots, but man, I used to see this fucking guy flip off fucking tractors and shit, fucking
top
houses, top of roofs. I'm like, this mother, who the fuck is this guy? And he's like spinning he's doing all these windmills and like he's b-boying it up. And then it just so happens to be fucking B-boy Ivan. And I don't know if he was part of the Style Elements crew at the time. I'm not sure. I don't know his true history, but I used to rock with that guy. Like he probably doesn't remember me or at all personally, but I know I used to rock with that guy back in Modesto and series and like Turlock and those guys.
You guys would click up once in a while, like
Windows ciphers
at that moment. Like
when we're ciphers and you just kind of see people and you just kind of like give the nods, like, I know this guy, but I didn't really necessarily talk to these guys, but I knew that when we were getting down, we never really like went against each other per se, because I think there's other b-boys that maybe came from like somewhere else, like Stockton or whatever, and it's kind of like we knew we're from Modesto, Empire or whatever. Well, I was probably one of the Empire b-boys at that time. Don't get me wrong, there were some Empire b-boys
before our time.
way before me, but at that time, I was probably one of the first. Actually, I was probably one
Shout
of
out
the
to
first
the Imperial Poppers, the Imperial Poppers back in the day.
I was probably one of the first house dancers. From
Well, yeah, because we're already older. We're talking about almost a decade later.
Like I became a house dancer.
Yeah,
like that's how I feel I am
because of the rave scene.
I mean, I incorporate a lot of b-boy in my mix, but I like and tap.
JJ has his own style, dude. He interprets music
in my
as it
mind.
comes.
In my mind, I think I'm a house dancer, but I'm more of a freestyler. But
I think you are a
think
house
I'm more
dancer.
towards house. I think.
But JJ
No,
has,
you're a combination.
Yeah, but
I
JJ,
see
no,
your
and here it is.
combination,
No. When
right?
JJ,
I just freestyle and flow.
but when
and whatever the
JJ pops
beat,
and breaks, you get a sense. There's a sense of the original b-boy style. It's like you see it in him, and it cannot be imitated. And people try to do